many times we complain of our marriages because it's not working, it's bad, a lot of things. But when we look around, there are a lot of mistakes that we do, and they cost our marriages. In this video, I'm going to share some of the mistakes that we women make. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. The first mistake that women do is denying their husbands access to their body. Now, withdrawing sex, Now, when a woman is annoyed, sometimes they think that the quickest punishment they could ever give their husband is not harsh. And some women, when they're annoyed, what they do? You can get the jacket, the jumper, the socks, legging, tight trousers, and then you wear, you go and sleep. Sleep in gumboots. Because you don't want even his skin to touch your skin. You want to punish him. Even if he's in mood, it doesn't concern you. Sometimes you bring a pillow and even put it in the middle. You bring a child, you put in the middle because you are angry. Hey, who cares? This is my jacket. I'm feeling cold. Even you start feeling cold when you're not, you sleep in a jacket. Because no, that's a very grave mistake. It's not good. Now, God knew how desperately a person desired sex. That's why he said, if any man cannot hold it, marry. And if you marry, the body of your wife belongs to you, and the body of your husband belongs to you. Likewise, so God wants people to have sexual satisfaction. And he continues to say that do not defraud one another unless it be with consent for a given period of time, for prayer, so that the devil will not tempt you due to your inconsistency. Now, every time a man or a woman takes long without having sex, yet they are married, there is a lot of temptation in that area. So be careful not to do such mistakes. Withdrawing sex will not solve any problem. It can even worsen them. So that's a big mistake. Be careful. The second mistake, over-complaining. So many of us like complaining. Someone was like, a woman is hard to please. Like, you do something thinking that maybe she's going to be happy. She can't be happy. She only looks at the mistake, the bad side of this. So in this mistake, we focus on the mistakes. For you do this, you do this, you do this. At some point, you cannot even recognize the good things that your partner is doing. You focus on their mistakes. You complain, even in small matters. You're full of complaints. You're full of, nagging. And that is really a bad mistake. Now, so many men, when you start complaining, like you constantly complain over everything, they now start withdrawing. If he has been coming home early, he comes a bit late. If he has been eating home supper, he comes when he's satisfied. And who wants such a marriage? So, over-complaining is really bad. It is not good to always focus on a negative side of someone. It's always good to always take time and acknowledge the good things that they have done. Now, the Bible says in Proverbs 21 and verse 1, the heart of the king is in the Lord's hand. Instead of you complaining about your husband, just tell God, you know what? Change him. Do this. And God himself is going to fight that battle. Stop over-complaining. It's a very bad mistake. 3, ungratefulness. You don't recognize your partner's efforts in trying to make the family stand. Now, look at the economy today. Everything is so expensive. Even affording a kilo of poultry right now in Uganda. It must be out of hard work. Someone brings food and all you do is, I don't like these tomatoes. They are not ripe. These onions, why did you could have... And if you're listening to me, that is a very common mistake that even me myself, do. Now, it is very bad. It makes this person feel like they are not doing anything. Even amidst hardships, even amidst struggles, they feel they are not appreciated. Now, when you look around, you see men do a lot of work to make their family stand. You find someone is like carrying a lot of luggage, 1,100 kilograms of maybe beans, offloading, loading, so that he will get 10,000 for his family to survive. Only to bring portion, his wife is like, whereas we are that. It is not good. We need to be appreciative. When you are ungrateful, it's a very big mistake and it discourages your partner from doing their responsibilities. Number 4, being over suspicious. Everything, you suspect. There are women who even dream. You dream that your husband has been cheating and you think that is a reality. Then you wake up and be like, I carry the spirit of, you start binding the spirit of, cheating, even when you haven't caught him. So that means you start monitoring his messages, every message. So who is this? Why did he call you this? You start like everything, even if he tells you this is my workmate or this is, you can never believe. You are over suspicious. When you call and he doesn't pick, maybe he was busy. You can never trust his word. Now you can live in agony, you cannot live in peace when you are suspicious. Now it's not bad to maybe feel like, let me try to see what my husband does. It's not even bad to read their messages, but over suspicion can kill your marriage, because every time you will not have peace, you will not allow him have peace. So many people are just locking off their phones, paragraphs of passwords, because they if my wife sees this message, we are just going to live in hell. It's good to always give a listening ear and understand. Stop being over suspicious. Start trusting your husband and you get peace. 5, comparing him with other guys. It's also a very common mistake that we do. Sometimes you find that maybe he's not a friend. Your friend's husband is doing this, and your husband is not doing it, and then you'll be like, "Can't you be like this one?" You cannot make your husband like another man now. You have to allow him be who God created him to be. Now, comparisons always bring a lot of pain. You feel like someone feels, I'm not good enough. When they are in bed, you be like, well, you can't do this like the other men. If other men do this, it is not good. When they bring this, maybe he's not posting you on social media, maybe he's posting you. Like, you feel like you should make him become like some other person. Remember, you can't change your husband. The only person you can change is yourself. Maybe you change the attitude, you change the way you look at him, but you cannot change him. So comparison is a very bad mistake. Every time you compare your spouse, just know that you're hurting them so much. Appreciate them of who they are. If he's affording this, that is him. Thank him. If he can't afford, don't tell him to be like another person. Instead of you comparing, just say, God, God, do this to my husband. Let him be like this. But you cannot tell him to be like another person. It's a mistake. Another one, disrespecting his parents. Now, so many people, like, they come from very far with their parents to educate them, to make them who they are. And for us, we find them when they are big. Like, you have no idea how they have grown. So every man's desire is to have a woman who will respect their parents. So when you disrespect their parents, they get so offended, and sometimes some men will not show you. They can just be hiding and maybe doing for them things. Even when he's going to buy something, he has to hide because he knows you don't respect them. You speak bad about the mother of your husband, the father of your husband, even in their presence. Some women know how to say, my mother-in-law is a witch, she's bewitching my children, she's bewitching this, in front of her son, and you think you're doing good, because if someone says those words against your mother or even your father, you're going to get offended. So disrespect is very bad and crush the feelings of your husband. It's a mistake if you constantly disrespect your partner's parents. Another mistake is involving third parties in your marriage. You find if a challenge comes, you have already told everyone in there coming, to solve your issues every day. You find that everything that is happening in your marriage. That person knows everything. What you are eating tonight, how you slept tonight, the type of sex you had. You cannot have any secret in your head about your marriage. Now it is very painful, and it is a bad mistake that women usually do. We over trust people. You bring them close to your spouse, your friends, and then sometimes even they haven't told him, give me some money. It's a bad mistake. And sometimes you have seen a lot of betrayal coming out of it, because you now start telling your friends how good your husband is in bed, financially, in care. So they now start envying him, they start now talking something bad against you, and some men end up getting into those holes, and they end up cheating their spouses, even with their very best friends. So we should be careful who we bring close in our marriages. The last one is taking up responsibilities, the headship in a home. Now, the man is supposed to be the head of a woman. Biblically, when you look at Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 23, but sometimes women come in and they start becoming heads in a family. It doesn't matter how much money you're earning. Maybe you're earning more than him. Maybe, you bring a lot of support to your family. That doesn't give you authority to be a head of the family. Every time you accept the responsibilities of a husband, then you get a lot of stress. Because the man now will start using his money to do other things, to go out, and because you are taking up his responsibilities. Now, a woman's support should be additional. Your work is to be a helpmeet. That means to give an extra effort to your husband financially, in everything, and it is your role to be submissive to him, and he is your head. The moment you go and you accept the authority, you take the authority of leadership in your home, just know that you have disorganized the spiritual setup of a family, and God is not even happy with you, and a disaster is coming soon. So that is a very bad mistake. Stop and let your husband be your head in your family. Now, a lot of mistakes can be added to this video, and I want you to add some of the mistakes in the comment section. Comment with a mistake maybe you have done, or women do, so that they can also learn from you. You can also like the video, share it with your friends, and I'll also link a video here in the description box about the role of a wife in a marriage and how to pray for your husband. Those videos are going to be helpful to you. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. If you haven't yet subscribed, it's a kind request. Please do that. I'll see you again. Bye.